What's going on, guys? Today I am going to install front control arm bushings. They're made by Whiteline, the KCA 403s. They're basically for the GTR. The reason you want to install this is because when you have a lowered car, for instance, like I have Tanabe, they lowered about 3/4 of an inch. Well, if you look at the actual, can't really see it, I'll show it later when the car goes up in there, but if you look at the actual sidewall, it's really worn. So what I did was I flipped the tires, and this is a solution. So what this does is it allows it to get +5 or -0.5 adjustability. So that should put it within spec. I'm not too sure what it's set at now, but if I had to guess, it's probably somewhere between -2 and -1.8. So spec from Nissan is -1.3 to 1.5. So I'm gonna go over to my buddy's house, use a lift, and we're gonna put it in. So I'll roll the video from there. All right. We're en route to the shop. Cruising along here. So believe it or not, if you flip your tires, which I did in the front, to basically, if you flip your tires in the front to basically get added tread wear on the opposite side, might give you a little more life out of your tires. So that's what I did last week, and I thought the tires, because I didn't balance them yet, I thought the tires would be like really, you know, really bad wheel shake and stuff like that, but believe it or not, like I'm going 40 miles an hour basically, and the car's not even, my hands aren't on the wheel. They're not on the wheel, and it's not even shaking. So when you do go at a higher speed, like 65 plus, it does shake a little bit, just enough to bother you. But I was pretty surprised it wasn't really shaking. So definitely gonna take it easy to get to the shop. Then we're gonna balance it. So we're gonna balance it today, and then we're gonna put those front control arm bushings in to give me that added, well, technically the -0.5 adjustability. So that's what we're off to right now. Is this a truck exhaust? Or lift?
Huh?
Is this a truck lift or is this a car lift?
It's both, but majorly, I got it for the weight.
Oh, yeah. What was it, a 10 ton?
14,000 pounds.
14,000 pounds? Damn.
But it goes super low. It's just, your car's really low.
Yeah, for sure. Damn, it's sick.
Now, I love how they put these rubber things here, but they put the side skirt right next to it.
Yeah, so you can crack your side skirt.
So you can crack your side skirt.
Yeah.
Hey, check out these rubber blocks. Oh, here. Here's your side skirt, like 3 inches over your rubber block.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, so if this thing wasn't on wood, we'd have no shot in getting this up.
Not at all.
0 shot.
Nope.
And that's like fucking 2 2x6s. Yep. It's crazy. So what we're doing is we're gonna balance the tires. Once it gets up in the air, I'll show you guys how wrecked my tires got from what we had it at. And then we're also doing these KCA 403s. They're Whiteline. They're upper control arm bushings. They basically give you ±0.5 more adjustability, which clearly my car needs because it's lowered, and the factory does not. The factory bushings do not allow it. So the reason what? Oh, we're going up. Good. There we go.
We have liftoff.
We have liftoff. You know, I haven't been under this car since I've got it built. I'm serious. So I have no idea if there's any like oil leaks or I doubt it. I mean, shop did a good job, so.
You have the lug?
I do. It's in my passenger seat. It's a weird one.
I see that.
Yeah. My car's unlocked, which it is. God damn it. This is gonna... It's fucking under here.
Boy, pick your damn pants up.
I know. Hold on. That. Yeah. It's like a weird...
So there's a, see the beveled side, and then see how the side's flat.
Yeah.
So you push out from here.
Ah, shit. I gotcha. That's badass.
Like so. We'll worry about pushing them out right now.
You're gonna wreck my quality with this fan. That's all you're gonna hear. So to take this out, just to recap, because I had it on Rabbit, you undo these two bolts here. They're one way, so there's no nuts on the back end, there and there. And then you do, there's 3 bolts up here that hold the strut on. You gotta drop them down a little. And then there's a 3rd bolt down there. You gotta drop it because the bolt here does not come out with this shock in there in place. So it took about, I don't know, first time ever doing it, it took probably 20 minutes. So now we're just gonna press it out. Take one. Oh!
Take one complete.
Take one complete. Alright. Does that bushing look raped or no?
No.
No, not really. Alright. Look at this makeshift bracket. I like it. You know how many people are getting pissed off from the wind noise? Have you ever watched a video with wind noise? It drives you nuts.
I don't give a fuck, my balls are nice right now.
Oh shit.
See what it takes? How many fucking tries?
Yeah.
Something you've never done before.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
Maybe the other side.
Yeah, exactly. You're good. Boop. Sweet. All right, so the stock bushings are out. You got to press them out, but you don't need to press to get them in. So if you see the actual bushings, they give you a picture. The outer ones are wider than the
outer
inners.
ones are tapered more.
Right.
They're going one way.
Yeah, they only go in one way. It's dummy proof, so like it looks weird as shit, but that's how it goes. So if anyone's doing this install, don't be discouraged if you see it like that and you're like, am I retarded or not? So then we just have it preloaded, the suspension before we tighten it, and it should be good. So we have it set up to, oh damn. So we have it set up to push the toe +5.
Pretty much max.
Max to make it more. My car sits like that, basically, on this side. So the 0.5 pushes it like that, so it gets better tire wear, because...
I'll make it easier for you. I'm gonna go mining right now.
Oh, he's going mining.
Going mining. Oh, there it is.
Oh, shit. There you go. So, yeah, so then we're just...
Preloading the suspension.
Preloading it, tightening it down. And... that's it. And then I'll show you my tires, too. So we need to rebalance these because we just flipped them. But if you see, if you don't do this, I only have a 3/4 of an inch lower on my car, Tanabe. So if you run the stock upper control arm bushings, you're gonna get this wear, 100%. So this was the toe originally. And you can see they were lipping, and they lipped up real high, and they started wearing really fast. So if you look at the other side, they look basically brand new. So I flipped it, so this is gonna be the outside, vice versa, and then with those new Whiteline bushings, hopefully instead of like this much contact, I can center it more to the center like a normal car. So if you look at the stock bushings in the rear, it actually wears pretty damn normal. So you don't have to really worry about the rears if you're wondering. So these are M&H Race Masters, 28 inch tall on an 18. So if you ever want to know, you know, what yourself you get you're into, if you do this kind of setup, you need those Whiteline bushings for sure if you want to keep your tires. So, all right, guys, just got the car finished up. It's crazy how much of a difference that did. It's like retail probably around $200, $250 in parts. It took for the shop to do it for the first time. It took them, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes on the first side and then 20 on the next. So it really shouldn't take more than 2 hours no matter what. If you have a press and, you know, you figure out what you need to do to get it pressed in and out. I'll show you when I get out of the car a picture of the angle of the rim. It's like a night and day difference of how it looks. Like before it was like pigeon-toed in, like you could visually see it with the naked eye, and now it's not, which is awesome. So it's crazy how, you know, that little piece could change the whole ride of the car. So I also got it road balanced this time. I don't know if I got it, if it was road balanced the original time, but regardless if it was or wasn't, the reason, you know, the tires were a lot noisier because of the angle, and it was eating up the inside as you saw for, you know, a couple seconds ago. So it's basically zeroed out the front, which is funny because now the rear looks like it's pigeon-toed, whereas before the front did because it was worse. So we did an angle basically thing based from where the hub of the rim is, and it actually came out to being 0%. So it's pretty freaking up and down, which is awesome. Like it's basically vertical. So that should wear the tire, you know, normal, and one, it will give me more surface contact for traction and stuff like that. So, and I was doing like 65, 70, 75 miles an hour on the highway. And usually the steering wheel had a little bit of shake and the steering wheel felt lighter. Now the steering wheel feels actually a lot heavier because there's more surface material on the ground, obviously. So when you turn the wheel or do whatever, there's more drag, I guess, per se, when you turn, which is weird. Like it doesn't feel like, it feels like the power, like the best way to put it, it feels like you lost power steering, but it's clearly not lost. But it's just crazy to see that there's that big of a change in something like this. So super happy with this product. You know, it's the Whiteline upper control arm bushings. They're just, you push in, you don't need to press to put them in, but you need to press to get the OEM ones out. Just if you do install it or you have a shop do it, just make sure they're careful with the upper control arm as it's aluminum. So, you know, you don't want someone pressing it out and not paying attention and damaging, you know, your upper front control arm, and then, you know, you're kind of shit out of luck using that piece. You need to get a new upper control arm. So your car, it looks like if your car's lowered anywhere from an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter or down, you could use this product. I know there's other products out there that replace the whole upper front control arm, which probably is a lot nicer and it's easier to get to if you need to adjust it again in the future or something like that. But you're paying literally 10 times the price. Like I was seeing it around anywhere from $1,200 to $1,700 to get that replacement. So for me, it just, you know, it didn't make sense, and I didn't think I needed it. So you know, so it, you know, I'm glad I didn't get it, is what I'm getting at. And I'm glad I went with the Whiteline bushings just instead as a replacement. So yeah, so I'm really happy with the product. When I get out of the car, I will see if I can get a good camera or a good picture angle of it where you can see it being level. So yeah, it's a neat product, and you know, it also will probably make my car, it will definitely make it look better, even though I really didn't have traction problems in second gear. As per most of you guys know, I don't do much drag racing, but that's a whole other story why I don't do it right now. Maybe I'll save that for another video. But yeah, so super happy, and have some cool stuff coming up with the car. So and events and stuff like that. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to be super awesome, hit the bell so it notifies you whenever I put a video up. I'm going to try to do something like this at least once a week moving forward. So should be pretty sweet. So yeah, you know, it's cool just seeing reviews and products and stuff like that. So A+ for the Whiteline bushings for the upper control arm, like I just said. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just rate products I put on. So I definitely give this one an A+ so far. I have no complaints. So all right, catch you guys later.